Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everybody around the world. Welcome back to another One Piece video featuring your boy, Crocodile. Get ready for a very spicy deck profile featuring EB01 and OP06, in which you guys voted in here on the channel. Therefore, we are going to do a feature. Crocodile is one of those very exciting leaders to play, except for he was revealed in OP04, and he did not get a lot of love. Be it support, play, he didn't make a splash too much in the meta, but now that EB01 is here, he has gotten a lot of new cards that is going to make this deck the next level. Not necessarily Sakazuki level, tier 1, but he is a lot better than he used to be. In any case, we're going to dive into this list here. I'm going to show you what we're working with. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to dive into a bunch of games here. But before we do, I want to go ahead and point out some of the newer cards that we've gotten in EB01 that we did not have before, being Miss Wednesday, Mr. 2 Bond Clay, and Okama Way. These are the cards that are going to be featured in only Crocodile, outside of Mr. 2. Mr. 2 will be featured in a lot of purple decks here in the format, be it Law, unfortunately, and Purple Luffy, which Purple Luffy will be making a feature on the channel soon. This card is very strong in a lot of decks due to the fact of what it allows you to do for 4 Dawn. You play him down, you ramp up, in which that ramp Dawn is going to be active. And then on top of that, when you're able to attack with Mr. 2, you can take an opposing opponent's power from a character and add it to his own. So for example, if your opponent has Yamato on board for whatever reason, right? You attack in with Mr. 2, you can choose Yamato, and then your power goes from 1000 to 9k, which is really good. So he will have that basically KO on sight factor. As soon as he hits the board, your opponent's going to want to try to remove this. But he's very strong in what he's able to do. Let alone with Miss Wednesday and the Okama Way, you will only see these cards in Crocodile builds, considering they have to have a Baroque Works leader, be it, Crocodile, makes sense. But she is a very strong addition to this list due to the fact that she is a blocker and she does not have on block. So like cards, Uta for example, her ability is on block, you don 1, or you don or minus 1 don. Whereas Miss Wednesday, it's when your opponent attacks you, you can activate this ability. You minus 1 don, and then you can ramp up 1 don from your don deck, so it is active, which is really strong. And then you can also do your leader ability. When you minus a don on your opponent's turn, you can also ramp up 1 as active, which is pretty strong. So she allows you to see your 8 drops, your 7 drops, and 9 drops a lot faster than your opponent. She allows you to get up to that ramp a lot faster than your opponent as well. On top of that, we also continue to add in Miss Doublefinger, in which off a trigger is pretty solid. She also has that ramp factor. If she gets played off a trigger, she can discard a card from hand, add a Dudon as rested, but she allows you to get there as well. So we have a lot of ways to ramp up in the early game to make sure you're able to see your bodies a lot quicker in the late game. Now, there are some cards in here in which you guys normally would see, but are not going to be in this list. And I don't want to hold you. I don't want to tell you they're bad or anything. I just decided to do a list without them and see how I feel about it, which would be Miss Valentine. Normally, Miss Valentine would be in this build, and it would look something like this. This is how the list would be if I decided to include her in here. But I wanted to do a bunch of playtests and stuff, different build theory crafts and all that thing, without her in this and use something else. So, there's another spicy card that came out in ST13. For those of you guys that don't know, that is the Three Brothers decks that we just got recently. And I decided to play around with Newgate and to see how I like it. Personally, I'm a fan. I don't know if it's going to make a mainstay. I might just go back to Miss Valentine and leave it at that. But Newgate is very strong here as well, considering what he allows you to do. Giving the yellow player an ability to just reorder your life, essentially, and stack the triggers in a way that you want to put them is very good. The downside to this is it's pretty risky, right? You take a card on top of your deck, you add it to your life pool, you organize your life, then you take one of those cards out and put it back to the top of your deck, okay? Which, in theory, sounds really good, because in yellow, we have access to things like Beji, Kikinojo, a bunch of triggers, you know, like Sparrow, Cracker, all that sort of thing. It's very good. And then on top of that, regardless if you go first or second, you have a good card to play down on curve. He's a 7k power with 1k body, or 1k counter, which is really, really good. Just in case you miss, you know, like your Big Mom drops or what have you, and you have you get, you can play that. But if you're not feeling this card, of course, you can add back in Miss Valentine. She allows you to do the search, which is very, very strong here in this deck as well, considering the fact that she hits Baroque Works cards. Now, previously, we didn't have too many to like get a lot of value from. We had like Miss All Sunday into the list. You could go ahead and play Mr. Babe into the list that she could grab. But now she does have a lot more targets, such as Miss Wednesday, and then of course Okama Way. She cannot grab Bond Clay because this is a different, it's a different tag. This is former Baroque Works, so she cannot pull this from the deck. Instead, it has to say Baroque Works on it for it to work. But in any case, if you want to put her back into the list, that way you're able to consistently grab Okama Ways or Crocodiles or Miss Wednesday if you don't feel you're seeing them enough or what have you. Take out Newgate, go for it. But in any case, this will be the list that we're going to be playing around with today. And we're going to do a bunch of games. We'll probably get out of here within an hour or so, you know, the usual here. But let me go ahead and talk about this a little bit more before we dive into it. There's other cards in this list that you generally don't see in a lot of Crocodile lists, such as Hiyori. I'm a very big fan of this card in all yellow decks. I think it's very, very strong. I don't understand why it's not really used all too much in a lot of Crocodiles. She allows you to set up your life with Okama Way, your Amarus, your zero cost events, your Kikinojos, your Veggies. She does all of it for you, which is really good. Of course, again, you could take this out if you want to and add in more Baroque Works cards, such as, you know, Miss Doublefinger if need be. But I think this is very, very good inclusion to play around with. Let me know your thoughts on it and all that sort of thing in the comments below. We've also made sure to keep Big Mom. Considering we ramp up and get big bodies on board very quickly, this can pressure your opponent into giving you an extra life, which, as a yellow player, you don't often want them to do because that just gives us more triggers, right? But Big Mom is a very, very strong card in this list, and I would highly advise you to make sure you're using it as well. And on top of that, we've cut down 2 Yamatos. We normally run 4, but I wanted to make sure we were able to play around with Katakuri as well, considering this allows you to remove the 8-cost kids, right? Just in case you run into them. Uta also got new support for the green Uta variant, so that's probably still going to be around. Kid is still out there in Yamato, so you do have to include Katakuri to make sure you can remove those pesky big bodies. But in any case, we're going to dive into a bunch of games today. Hopefully you guys are excited, because Okama Way is a new way for Crocodile. This card is very, very strong for what it allows you to do. You don -1. If your opponent attacks you when you activate this, you can redirect the attack to something like Yamato, Katakuri, Crocodile, and not have to take the damage. On trigger, you -1, draw 2 cards. Very, very good setup with Hiyori. Very good setup with Newgate. But without further ado, let's play a bunch of games. Remember to smash the like button so we get these videos floating around. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to dive into a bunch of games today. Hopefully you guys are excited for this one. We're coming at you with Crocodile, playing into Red, Yellow, Sabo, which probably going to be a tough matchup, to be fair. Ace and Luffy, we don't really have a lot of ways of dealing with them. Like at least popping the bodies on board without attacking over them. So, I mean, it's something we'll probably have to do here in this matchup. But then again, we might be able to out-sustain Sabo with healing and just go for life. So, we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, he was able to get off double Garps to make sure he was able to get the, it looks like the Rush Luffy and the regular Baby Luffy, so we'll see. Let's go 8k to face, that way we can get potentially Kikinojos live here from triggers, which would be great. And I feel like that's always my first play. Unless Miss Wednesday is in my hand, I'm generally just going 8k. And that happens to be the luck of the draw most of the time. So, it's 4 Dawn here. Karasu is going to be a problem, that's for sure. We'll take this hit. We'll go and counter out the first one. draw into another 0-cost event, which isn't too bad. We could play down Bond Clay here as well. This ramps us up some Dawn. Let's get a Kikinojo down with the Hiyori. Draw that, put this in life, and go 5 to face. I'd imagine he'd guard out here, right? He doesn't want to go to 2 life this early. Okay, never mind. Alright, my bad. So either he was just being greedy and decided to take it, or he doesn't have counter in hand. I'm going to assume he has the counter, and that misplay possibly might have cost him a game here. Because we're at 4, 5, 6. We go to 8 Dawn next turn. So if we can draw either a Big Mom, a Katakuri, or Crocodile, we're set. Or Newgate would be nice too, to be fair. You stack this life up there, so that's probably the adult Luffy, if I had to guess. So he will be a 7k body with leader, yep. So he's about to do Luffy things, which we don't really care too much about, considering we're at 4 life here, so we'll take that, that's fine. And put our Kikinojo down on board. Remember, we stacked that with Hiyori, so we're chilling. Interesting. He has to pop the Luffy up before he attacks here. I believe in you, you got this. The reason why he has to do that, because he needs to give the 2k power to Karasu. So when he swings with Karasu, I get the -1. Good job. Alright, so I won't be able to counter out all of these attacks here. So I mean, we could just take them. Or we can do the 0-cost event with the Bond Clay. Or a 0-cost event with the 0-cost event here. Because this pushes me to 4. And we would need 4k counter for this. So we might as well just take the smack. Oh, that's unfortunate. That kind of sucks. I mean, yeah, no, that kind of, yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, those were very not good triggers. But this works actually. We could put Crocodile to the deck, right, and then put the 0-cost event here in the life pool. So that will sustain us for the next turn, in which we will draw into Crocodile and heal another one when we play him down. We can attack into the Karasu here with Bond Clay, steal his power essentially, and hopefully attack over it. So let's do the thing first. I don't want to give him Luffy, because then he would just rush at me again. So let's go ahead and attack the bird instead. I'd imagine he has the counter, he doesn't let this go. But, you know, my Crocodile, my leader cannot swing on either of them, so. Okay, so there's that. Yo, the stalling, come on now, thank you. Alright, so let's go and steal this power. We'll go up to 8k. Counters out of that as well, that does suck. At least he does not have the Luffy here, so I mean, unless he has another baby Luffy, we might be okay. We've got a lot of counter in hands, so I shouldn't really have to worry too much. And we know that's a 0-cost event. Okay, they did have another one. Never mind, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So he goes to 7 with leader again. He should be attaching 1 Dawn to Luffy to swing for 7k, I'd imagine. Then bounces it back, gives the bird another 2k. Minuses me again. Then he has 3 Dawn left to play with. Sorry, you have 1 Dawn left to play with. He has to put a Dawn on leader. So no other cards are coming down on his field this turn, I'd assume. So that would mean no blockers. So regardless of how we handle this, we should be able to win next turn. Especially with 5 cards in hand, and he has to go through 2 life. Luffy will have no counter. And whatever other card over there under life really doesn't matter here if he's not clearing board. So we can actually take one of these hits here as well. Okay, never mind. We can't do that. Another 8k. We really don't have a choice here, though. 0 cost, get rid of Bond Clay. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the 2K counter. So now we're chilling. And if he decides to stack Old Don on Sabo, we don't have enough to counter out of it. Yep, cool. Alright, we're going to keep them coming. Rapid fire. I don't know how many games we're going to do, but you know, we out here for at least an hour or so as usual. In any case, this is probably going to be a terrible matchup. I hate seeing Crocodile. I hate seeing Yamato as a yellow deck, especially when we're not Katakuri or we don't play with that many triggers. So we're going to try our best. Thankfully, in this matchup, it's pretty easy to do what you need to do to win with your mulligan hands and or your opening hand. You're looking for Miss Wednesday, 2K counters. Other than that, you're chilling. As long as you can draw into Okama Way or one of your big bodies, you can sustain yourself into the late game. Unfortunately for me, I'm guessing... Yeah, they did get Hody Jones, yeah. They got Hody Jones. So that does suck. But it's okay, it's all good. I'm not sure why they decided to go 5K here, but... What could they be developing for 5? Because I really didn't want to throw away the 2K counter. Oh, okay. That's not bad. Don't really care too much about Kikinojo right now. We've got up to 9K counter in hand with the blocker on board. I think we're chilling. And then we are safe to attack because we are at 4 life as well. Which he shouldn't have any triggers unless he's playing like Satori and Sanji. But let me just go 6. Nice. He is playing Satori. Alright, cool. I will pass it up. I didn't really want to take the life there and just give him a free card. I was hoping to at least like either get a damage or get a card from hand. And if it was a low enough power, he would have felt, you know, he could block it, right? Like he did. So go 7. Choose our ability here. Let's ramp up 2 Dawn. It's so good. Miss Wednesday is so good. Let's counter out of this. We have to get rid of both 2Ks though. We'll block it. Izo. Yeah, sure. You can have Mr. 2. I don't care. You got it. Go ahead. Oh, all right. You're cool. And go 6, please. We'll counter out though. So that was so much better. That really was. Like they should probably have just put more Dawn on leader and just swung in. But what are you gonna do? Let's go for it. Let's just go for it. If he has the counter, he has the counter. I don't think we actually want to play down Crocodile, though. We can just pop it with Yamato. We don't heal a life, but this might be a better play. And then we can go 6 to face. Sweet. Alright, so we know they have Hody Jones. Oh. That's a problem. Yo, you didn't have to be like that. It's very aggressive. We have to dump our whole hand here. I mean, that could also be a misplay on my part. I might not have done that. Or I shouldn't have done that, maybe. But we'll see. Yep. Can we get a trigger, though? Just one. That's all we need. Just one. I don't even care who it is. Alright, that's not what I need. Another Yamato. I mean, we don't heal, but we're still just killing things on board. Realistically. We know they have Hody Jones, but I don't have another way to heal a life right now to pop the Hody. Let's get rid of this. Go 6K to face. Yep. Another Izo. We'll take it. Let's do the same thing with Yamato. I don't want to pop this, though, for 9. Like, this just doesn't seem like it's worth it. There we go. That's a big boy. Alright, so that we know of, that was the only Hody Jones. Unless he drew into another one or got one off a trigger beforehand, that was the only one that he had in hand with the Kami search. Unless he, you know, had multiples in hand during that turn. I don't know. It's a possibility. But at least we got rid of one so far. And I think it's a little bit too late in the game for them to try to go for face just with Hody Jones here, because they can't win this turn, even though if they play him. Realistically. This they can have, of course. Got 4 Dawn left to play with. You can go 5 and 5 with Izo and Nami. I would just do 5-5. No? Okay. Alright. That's obviously going to be a trigger. Darn. No Big Mom. Okama away though, not bad. Let's put, I know it's weird, but let's put Miss Doublefinger on top of life here. Like I said, I know it's weird, but just in case they decide to Hody me next turn, we can have Okama away to redirect into Yamato or Hiyori. Eight Dawn left to play with. I think we have to clear low bodies here. Let's go 7k to face. Oh. I forgot about that. They just stacked that too. That's not good. We're gonna have like some very, very odd Dawn up here. There's not really much else we can do. Can we take the last life? Alright, what is it? I don't know, boys. It's gonna be a tough one. We already know that's Miss Doublefinger on top. I think I need to keep the 2k counter in hand. We have one counter out with Okama away, so we can block a 1 attack. If they don't have another Hody here, or a rush unit like Ace, I think we're chilling. He does have to invest Dawn into Onami and Izo to get them to attack me. Or play a card on board to give rest to Dawn. Okay, never mind. There's an Ace. So Cracker swings with a double attack. And he's got 5 Dawn left to play with for leader. 7k with Ace. Potential Onami swing or Izo swing. I guess we'll play down the Kikinojo here. Go 5. I'm pretty sure he wins this one. Like, realistically, I think he just wins this one. Yeah, he wins this game. That's fine. We tried, man. We tried. I think the last double attack there just really didn't get us anything off of life, so that did kind of suck. Oh, wait. Never mind. I can't believe it. Why did you do that? Oh, you gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. Oh, boy. Hey, yo, we'll take those, boys. We'll take those. It's all good. We'll take them. Let's see if he wants to do a rematch after this one. That's well deserved, right? GG. Okama way coming in clutch. Now, yeah, see? Yeah, you're gonna learn today. Alright, we don't normally do it, but we decided to run it back. I don't see why not, right? Let's just give it another shot and see if we can actually get there. Because I do feel like maybe if they decide not to misplay there, you know, they would have the game. I do feel like, though, that Crocodile is very strong into Yamato, especially if you play it well. I just think we got really unlucky with our triggers there, so. And you know what? As I say that, I already made a misplay. That's crazy. I should have taken that first hit. just in case they have an Onami in hands. That way they can banish, and they do. This one is well deserved. What was it though? Alright, we don't care. That's fine. Newgate, why? Why you do this to me? Let's go 6. Okay. Nice, no trigger. Alright, show them why you're good. Nice, not bad. Okay. Yamato really sucks right now, to be honest. So we'll put that on top of the deck. And then we will... Okamawe can potentially get us out of this. Potentially. Either way, it allows us to draw 2 cards. So, we'll draw the Yamato and whatever else. Our hand here is just very unfortunate. Goes 8. Sure. Minus a Dawn, draw 2. Okay. And we got another Kikinojo as well, so that does suck. That's not really going to help us right now, unfortunately. Yeah. I still think we can get there, though. Kikinojo hits the board. We could essentially just sustain ourselves to the end of the game. I think that's probably the way we'll have to go. Because if we get down the Crocodile, we heal a life, right? We need the Dawn to play Okamawe, which we can get the Dawn from the Crocodile effect and our leader ability. So, potentially, we have enough to guard out at least one of these hits, and the Okama can essentially block out the other. So, let's do the thing. Let's put the pressure on. Hopefully he takes the Akikinojo and tries to run into the Newgate or something here. Regardless, we're just trying to get him down to a little bit of a, low life. Maybe at least 2 would be nice. Or you can give me your whole hand. I'm cool with that. That's guaranteed, yep. No trigger as well. I think we're chilling, boys. I think we're chilling. Just let me cook, we got this. Turn 5. They could Hody, potentially. Give 2. Okay, never mind. 9k. Let's use the ability. That's not what I want to see. We'll just trash the bomb, I guess. Goes 9. That means Nami can swing for 8k. That's 7. So we have enough. We have enough. We're good. We can activate the ability. We take this hit. And then we can play the Okama away from our hand on the Kikinojo. And let it redirect into our Kikinojo. Right? Like I said, let me cook. Because when that happens, we'll heal a life. Unwillingly from my opponent, so. Because he could stack all that Dawn on Kikyo and then just go for it. Oh, okay. I like it. I still think we have a way out of this, though. Oh, okay. That's fine. We'll counter out. Come on, you got this. I believe in you. Attack the leader. Oh. Sure. Counter out of this as well. I feel like he could have done that a little bit better. But regardless of how it was going to work, we had the Okamawe in hand to redirect and attack the Kikinojo to gain an extra life. Which is crazy when you think about it. Because you go from 0 back to 1, then he has to hit us twice again to win. So, and only thing we had to do in that scenario was to pop the Okamawe on the Yamato there, if we wanted to. But I think we're chilling. So even if he would attack this with everybody, we would still survive in that turn. And GG. Well played, well played. You tried. That's it. I guess we're going to play into all aggro matches today. It be what it be, man. There's not much else I can do about it. This is going to be a very, very tough game. Zoro is very strong into yellow, and I did not expect to see one today. So, off the bat, I'm about to lose 2 life already. I mean, we have the counter here, so never mind. I'll counter out both of these. Unfortunately, our hand's not the greatest. We do have the Amaru and the Newgate, but that still sucks. Buggy hits the board as well. Okay, Diable Jambe. Cool. So we know at least one of the cards in hand. I probably should clear a board, but I'm going to do some damage here. I need to get this man down to 3 life in hopes that we can get like Kikinojo off trigger, or for me to play one on board as well. Because if he's feeling threatened, he could just try to Fire Fist and kill multiple targets, and then hopefully Kikinojo can go off that way as well, or something like that. I probably should have played that first, right? But I also was scared of Jet Pistol, because you never know. You really just don't know. Red has a lot of terrifying triggers. This right here should be at least 4 hits, right? You could don up everything here and just go for it that way. It's 3, 4, 5. 5, yeah, you could do it like that if you wanted to. 5 to face. Hey, but I can't do it. So that does suck. 6. We'll counter out the next one if we have to. Yeah, cool. Just in case. Okay, so it's 7 Dawn. We need to get there in order to play Crocodile. So we could potentially play Newgate here. That doesn't really get us a whole lot. We can do Kikinojo and Miss Wednesday as well. So let's start off like this. Hopefully we can take out the Zoro. Oh, okay. So he's got Diable Jambe in hand and a bunch of other non-counter cards, maybe? Otherwise, not sure why you'd let Zoro go there for free. But if he doesn't have counter, we're chilling, boys. We're going to have to play this real slow-like. Use the ability, ramp up some Dawn here. What do I want to do? We'll block out. Nami will probably kill it. Yep. That's fine. Hopefully Zora runs into Miss Wednesday. We don't need her anymore at this point, so that'd be totally okay. Actually, you know what? I hope he actually does do that. Yeah, let's go, boys. You can have it. There's no reason for me to keep her. And he's sitting at 7, so that's enough to play down Luffy with double. Yep. Cool. Oh. That's even better for you. But we get the Hiyori. Ooh. This is a good turn for us. We can hopefully kill 2 targets. This would be really risky. We can either play down the Hiyori, right? Or we can do this instead. Now it's too late, so we gotta commit. Nice. I should have thought about that a little bit more, but at least we got the Luffy out of the game. Because we could have played down the Hiyori and stacked our life with a 0-cost event, or the Amaru there. So I'm glad he actually gave us the Luffy. That just kind of further tells me he doesn't have any counter power in hand. Considering he gave me the Zoro last turn, the Luffy this turn. 5k. Do we care that much? We know he's got Diable Jambe. So as long as we don't go to 0, I think we're good. I don't really want to give him a 2k counter either here. So. Sure, I guess. Guess we can get rid of the Amaru and the 0 cost here. It's a tough one. Yeah, we'll do it. Because just in case. He's got 7 Don left open. So that's enough for a Luffy again if he has one and Zoro swing. I guess we have the counter either way. I think this just might be a little safer. Do we need this though? The Hiyori I don't really care right now. Because if we can play Crocodile and use a 0 cost on the new gate, that's fine. Didn't expect that. 5 left. Sure. That sucks. So that's still enough for either a Zoro swing with the Rush Zoro or a Luffy to come down to swing for 7. If we take this hit, we're in trouble. Because it could be a Zoro with Diable Jambe as well, even though it's not needed. But he's got enough Dawn to at least do another 7k swing. Let's do the Crocodile thing. Get rid of the Crocodile. Get the Okama way here. Let's take the hit. Because we have the Okama way for whatever he decides to play on board here. Which is fine, right? Nice. I think we have to use this, right? Minus a Dawn, draw 2 cards. It's not really that bad. Because we go up to 6, 7. We go up to 9 Dawn next turn anyway. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 9 Dawn. That's fine. There's the Luffy. Yep. We'll just heal up. Or not heal up. 0 cost event. I don't know why I said heal up. Clear board again. His hand is pretty small right now. And I think it's time for us to start pushing for game. Kill this as well. Yamato heal 1 as well. Pass it up. Alright, so one of those cards in hand is useless still, which is Diable. And Zoro is now having a rough time. He can't really amount like a big board unless I give him a lot of life, essentially. 13k. We have exactly enough counter in hand here. Like, exactly enough. Or, we can do it like this. We can minus the Dawn. Ooh. Discard the Mom. Do the Okama way. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why this card is so good. We pop that. We won't heal, though, unfortunately, in this situation, because he's at 4 life. But if he was at 3, we would heal right there, which would be crazy. Therefore, he's just lucky. But, yeah. We're going to heal anyway, so it's fine. Because we get the Crocodile yet again. Let's go 7. And then we just go 9-9. And then next turn should be it for him. What does he do here, though? I mean, I don't think he could kill me. I mean, he'd have to attack me and go through with Zoro and Nico Robin. And we have quite a bit of counter in hand here still. So she's swinging for 7k. That could be a problem. I think we don't do any of these abilities. Because I think we need our hand for this. Yep. There is another new gate. So potentially we could use the 0 cost event to discard the new gate to survive. He's got 5 Dawn left to play with. So that's another Luffy and or Zoro that comes down here. We've got enough to survive this one. Yep. 6, 7, 8. Oh, forgot about that. 9. I mean, now we could do this ability. Like, now is okay. Okay, Katakuri. That sucks. Trash that. We'll use the other one as well. Another Katakuri. The only 2, really? Crazy. Alright, let's counter out. Boom, boom. I almost resolved that. And I'm pretty sure this is a good game now. There's the Okama way. So what this ability allows you to do, like I said, you just take the top card of your deck, you add it to your life, and you start doing shenanigans. It's just really good here in this yellow build, and I feel like Newgate has gotten me out at a lot of these different scenarios here with Crocodile. But there are some times where, like this game, we've drawn into so many Newgates in which we didn't get a lot of value, or we draw into a lot of zero-cost events. So, it has give or take. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll probably play this one here, and then one more game after this, give or take, and then we'll dive back into the deck list. Now, we'll tell you, I am also working on an Odin build, in which I'm very excited for. I think Odin will probably be maybe one of my top 3 decks that I enjoy most in this format. Perhaps because it's something different and something that we haven't seen before. He's a very, very cool ability with his leader ability and all that sort of thing. We actually play with the Wanu package and stuff, and the Whitebeards, which is kind of cool. And it's been a while since we've had a red and green leader that was relevant, so hopefully he does make a splash in this metagame, and a lot of people can, develop some sort of really cool build that gets this man noticed, which would be kind of nice. Other than that, it's probably going to be Crocodile, but anyway, let's dive back into this game here and see what we can do. Unfortunately, though, I do know that with Okiku being on board, we don't have a lot of removal in Crocodile other than Yamato. So that's given me like other ideas to build this deck in different ways with things like Idetsu and Thunderbolt and all that sort of thing, just to be able to remove some of these threats. Because this deck does struggle against Law, for example. Law is kind of really, really good right now, and with all of the blockers that they generally have on board, such as like Shiraya, the Kid, the Queen, we don't have that removal that we need to, deal with that. So we might have to play with cards such as like Ragnarok or Thunderbolt and all that sort of thing, but I'm going to try to do an updated list here soon and see what I can come up with. We'll just get her down on board. I know she doesn't really ramp me anything here, but she is just another body on board here. I've already done the leader ability, so. He is a 6k as well, so I'm thinking about just going 6 with Double Finger and then 6 with Crocodile. Just so we can pitch cards from hand. They actually got Dinjiro on curve as well, so that's another scary thing I have to deal with. Now do keep in mind, when you're playing against this leader, everything in his hand that is Wanu, that does not have a counter, now has a counter of 1,000 at the very least. If it has 0 counter, it now has 1,000 if it's Wanu. As long as he has a unit on board that's a 5 cost of Wanu or higher. So that's something you gotta consider. Which makes him basically a 6k, like Whitebeard, all of the time. Which is spooky, right? To be fair. But now, with us going 7k, he has to get rid of a 2k counter or take the damage, so it's not too bad. Okay. Alright, so we get the 2k out of hand. I've noticed as well, playing into Odin, he doesn't have a lot of draw pressure or draw cards. So, I'm trying to work on a list that uses a little bit more hand advantage. Like You Are My Samurai and all that sort of thing. I want to try to get some spicy tech cards in there and make it do well, make it synergize well before I release it to you guys. 8k, yeah, you got it. I mean, what do you want me to do? Might as well do Miss Wednesday first, and we'll just let it go at this point. 7, so we're at 7 Dawn. Wait, 3, 4, 5, yes. 8, my bad. We're at enough, we can play Crocodile in the following turn. We can heal up here. That's good. That is a very scary board we got to deal with. But the good thing about this is we can sustain ourselves with the healing and get big bodies down and just go for face. Considering he doesn't get a lot of, like I said, draw power, we don't have to worry about that all too much. As long as we can constantly keep healing ourselves, we should be okay. I don't know why I said 8 Dawn last turn. Math is hard sometimes. Let's go 7 here. I don't think we're going to get this, but we're just trying to get cards out of hand here. That's really about it. If we get it, awesome, but I doubt that's going to happen. Cool. Now, going face, I would assume he would have taken the damage, but that would have given him another card there, and I don't want to do that. I'm in a pretty good position just to heal up. And considering we got another Crocodile, we can heal up again. And we have a blocker on board, so... Kikinojo can rest it, but still. Oh. Uh-oh. That's something I did not account for. I don't know why I didn't think about Newgate here. Like, Newgate is very, very good in this build. And it's something I would highly recommend for anyone who's actually picking up and wanting to learn or play Odin. Newgate is very strong here. It can make you an 8k body until your next turn, which is really spooky. Now, considering he played that, he can't rest my blocker with Kikinojo here. Or sorry, with Okiku. He can just go 7, though. We really don't need to use any ability here besides Wednesday. Let's go ahead and do that. It's probably better for me not to discard a card for Crocodile. Ooh, we get a Katakuri. I don't think Katakuri really helps me here. Wonder why he chose not to attack there. Maybe considering his hand's low on counters and he can't risk his units on board? Not sure. Potential of me getting a trigger there as well? I don't know. That might have been the safer route. He is a 7, so we do have to commit some Dawn here to actually get swings in. Newgate's going to be a problem, so we can't deal with that. I could heal up again. And just chill out for a little bit. Or we can play down double blockers and see what he wants to do. Let's just do that. Let's play down double blockers here. Let's go 8. And then I'll leave up 1 Dawn just in case we can draw like Okama Way off the Crocodile ability. And maybe he'll swing his Newgate into Crocodile here as well. Let's get down this blocker and this one. And we'll pass it up. Like, just in case we're able to draw it. Oh, never mind. I guess it really wouldn't have mattered. I probably should attach that Dawn to leader when I swung there. Because we get the Dawn back anyway. Yeah, so. Probably not the smartest idea there. 3 cards in hand, 2 life left. If he doesn't kill me this turn, he loses the game. 100%. So if we are able to hang on here, we just win. Like Neverwise, because he goes up to 7, right? With his leader ability. Unless he has another Newgate in hand here, we just attach and a swing with everything and take all of these hits and guard out the ones that we can. We go 7 with all Miss Wednesdays. And then with Crocodile and leader, we should be able to win the game. 9, 10, 11. So we can guard this out with 1 Hiyori. It's probably the better play. Or Beji, I guess. Because Hiyori can stack the 0 event if we have to use it. I guess she could have stacked the Beji too, but still. That's fine. He has to go in here. He has to attack here. He's got 6. He has a lot of Dawn left too. But if he uses a Dawn for Dinjiro, and then a Dawn for Odin, he does not have enough for Newgate. Okay, so he's going to rest a blocker. Which isn't a bad idea. depending on what he does with the rest of the Dawn. If he plays Newgate down, if he has another one, it might be the way to go. Okay, so we get another Newgate from life, which is another 1k counter for us, so I'm totally okay with that. Potentially, you can still swing 7/7/7s here. Or sorry, 7/7/6/5, my bad, I don't know why I said 7. I was thinking Yamato at 7 for some reason. I hate that we have to do this for each and every single one of them. So we get a Kikanojo. That in itself will also help us just push game here. Not that we need it, because I think we can get there if we just go 7/7/7 on Miss Wednesday. Because that's 3/6/9. And then attack with Crocodile. That's 4 hits. So 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we'd be chilling at that point. I mean, that's not a bad idea, but it's probably better for him just to go for me at this point. I mean, we do have 2 other blockers up, so we'll let this go. I don't want to lose both blockers here. 9 Dawn left. Newgate. This would be the play if you had it. If we go 7 with Dinjiro here, we lose another blocker. Raizo. Interesting. Oh, okay, I guess he saw it through. Fair enough. So outside of Red Purple Law, I think this will probably be our toughest matchup. Of course, there's Sakazuki, but you know he's leaving, so I don't really count him. Moria is also pretty darn good into Crocodile, but we do have a lot of big bodies in which Moria can't really deal with consistently enough as Sakazuki can. And he is losing Greater Eruption OP07 as well, so I do think Crocodile has a pretty good chance in that matchup as well. But currently, I think that the hardest matchups for you, realistically, are going to be RP Law, Idnel, Moria, and a very, very good either Yamato or Zoro. Because we run with a lot of big bodies in this deck, and sometimes they don't have counter power, and we don't make it to that point fast enough to deal with Zoro's Swarm or the Banished Nami if we don't have the counter in hand at the time. But I think every other deck in this format, I think Crocodile has a very, very good chance of winning and or bodying. And we're not going to talk about Katakuri because it is what it is, alright? We're not going to talk about that. This is already going to be a problem here. I didn't expect them to be running the Ohm Holly because a lot of them aren't doing that right now, but still. It's still something we have to contend with here. We can do a lot of things, but we have to get rid of some of these bodies on board if we're able to. So hopefully he gives us the dog. If not, we have a way to heal up with Crocodile. But that's really about it, because I don't want to give him the Ohm with Katakuri. I don't want to give him back another Gedetsu. Even though I don't think the Gedetsu will get back down on board. But you never know. I think I really want to heal here instead of getting rid of one of his units, realistically. So let's go ahead and get Crocodile on board. Okay. I mean, we're looking good. We're going to try to get him to stay at 2 life for as long as possible until I think I can actually kill him. Because you never want to push a Nell to 1 life unless you can go for game. And especially considering how many cards he has in hand here, it's just not possible with my board state. But this is one of those decks where sustain really is the name of the game when it comes to Crocodile, so we have a way to grind it out, you know? But so does Enel with Yamatos and all the shenanigans, so this is probably why like this is one of the harder matchups to do. You got 7 Dawn left to play with, so that's a potentially either Big Mom or a Rushanelle here. Yep. We don't want to take this hit, unfortunately. So we get a whole lot of nothing with that draw. We can at least clear some bodies on board and play down Miss Wednesday, hopefully. As that puts us to, what, 5 Dawn left to play with Miss Wednesday? Let's go 8 into Holly. Or not Holly, Ohm, sorry. And then we'll use Crocodile to try to clear Gadetsu. Okay. 6, 7, 8. If he gave me that one, he might give us the Gadetsu here. Let's go 8k into Gadetsu. Please? Because I would imagine if he had the counter for the Ohm, he would have protected it. So why protect this and not Ohm? That's a little weird, but it's dead now. There's no shot. Oh, he's really going to do it. He's going to go all in. Yep. Alright. So now we're even further behind here. We have 2 life. We didn't clear a single body on board other than Ohm. So perhaps we should have killed Holly there, maybe? But still. I guess we got out of, what, like 4 cards in hand, so can't complain too much. We still have 3 life, and we have a way to heal up if need be. So it goes 7 to my face. I really don't want to discard both 2k counters here. We don't need to use either of these abilities either, so let's just take the hit. So we get a Big Mom. 7 as well. Let's discard the Mom. Oh, okay, hold up. Yeah, Mom's fine. I think in this scenario, Mom really doesn't help us here. Unless we push him to 0 life, he does his ability, then we Mom down at that point, and we just heal 1. But I guess the 0 cost and Yamato can do that as well, so I think we're fine. Okay, alright. That's a thing. I definitely want to keep him, right? 5 Dawn left to play with, so potentially Ace or another Gadetsu or blockers. Or nothing. Nothing at all. I'll block out here. I need to keep him on board. We have to clear some of these targets. Okay, so either way here, I can heal up with Kata or Yamato. If I do play Katakuri, we will have to swing in first with Kikinojo to try to pop something. Let's go 5 in the dog with leader. Okay. I could invest 2 Dawn here at the very least, or 1 Dawn. If I invest 2 Dawn, then we're playing Katakuri. But I'm trying to actually get rid of the Gadetsu, so hopefully he gives it to me. Can I get a life here? Nope. Okay. Alright, so now that's free. She won't pop the Enel. But I could potentially do Katakuri to put Kikinojo back on life, or just heal up with Yamato here. I guess either way doesn't really matter too much because we heal 1. I think this was probably the better play. This way we don't know what that extra life was here. Whereas Kikinojo, he kind of knows, you know what I mean? Okay. I mean, I guess so, right? We could lead her, though. We could lead her in Crocodile ability. But doing that, we heal up with Katakuri. But, nice. Okay. Oh, hold on. 1 Dawn left to play with. I think we keep the Katakuri. I think we have to keep the Katakuri. Oh, wait a minute. I actually think that might have been a misplay. We probably should have got rid of the Katakuri, played the Okama away, made him target into the Kikinojo. But then we would have lost 2 bodies, right? No. We would have kept the Crocodile and the Yamato. We would have gained a life with Kikinojo there. Yeah, that was probably what I should have done, in hindsight. Because now he just kills this, right? Surely. He kills the Kikinojo now. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I probably should have done that. But I guess if we did do it, he's still swinging 9k into Crocodile with his leader, right? So then we would have lost 2 bodies on board. So, I don't know. Give or take. Can I heal one, please? If he rips a life, nice. Okay, so that was the life he put on stack with Hiyori. So now we can attack into the Enel in hopes that he lets it go. Because we can go 7/7 and then 9 if we have to remove it with Yamato. Three cards left in hand. I think we're chilling, boys. So he let it go. Okay. I think we have to go for it. Because he can't kill me next turn unless he gets a trigger here or another Enel in hand. Or I guess he gets a Yamato, right? We'll float a Dawn just in case. Like, just in case that's an Okama way or something. Oh, wow. Here we go. Alright. It is what it is. We were close, though. I think we played well. Maybe there was something earlier I could have done better. I don't know. I mean, obviously we can't account for the Kikinojo there for being the last trigger. If we would have hesitated and not swung, could we have won the following turn, maybe? Oh, Beji. Hold on. Oh, he still wins. He still attaches all Dawn to Hiyori. He can still do that. Yeah, okay. So maybe if we didn't attack, right? But I think we had to because we've already burned his passive ability. GG, buddy. Well played. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the end of the video. I do appreciate everybody who decided to stick around and watch all this through. You know, usually out here, chilling for an hour, playing a bunch of games, having a good old time. But for those of you out there who are very much interested in Crocodile, I look forward to seeing what you guys cook up here. If you guys decide to talk about it down in the comments below, giving suggestions to newer players, your different builds and all that sort of thing. This has been one of my mini iterations for Crocodile. I've done a lot of Crocodile stuff in the past here on the channel, in which, since EB is out, you guys will see an improved Crocodile variation here soon. But without further ado, let me go ahead and show you guys the version number 2 that I want you guys to be aware is out there that I've been playing with as well. This one does not use the new gates. Instead, we take out the new gates to make sure we've included in Miss Valentine. We cut down both Imarus to add in Blast Breath. This is my favorite iteration so far that I've been playing around with here on the channel. Now, we will be changing different cards and ratios in the future and all that sort of thing, so I will be coming back and fine-tuning this deck. But currently, between A and B right now, this is what I've been playing with the most and having a lot of fun with. I very much enjoy the new gate for what it allows yellow to do. But if you guys want to be a little bit more consistent and make sure you're able to see your Crocodiles miss Wednesdays, I do think this build right here might be the way to go. Although, I don't feel like I struggled to draw this card or, you know, find this card all too much, considering that we are running, you know, Okama way. This allows us to gain cards, to draw more cards, to see more cards as well with Crocodile. I didn't really feel like I needed Miss Valentine, but who's to say? Everybody's builds are going to be different. Everyone's going to have a little different ratios and all that sort of thing. So let me know what you guys are running, your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. This has been Pawseplays. Remember to smash that like button so we can get these videos floating around, and I will catch you guys in the very next one. Let alone I'll see you at locals. Stay safe out there.